Hey guys, welcome back to my chapter review of One Piece, chapter 1039, called Top Billing. Now, I know I've been gone for a little bit, but I'm back better than ever. Let's get ready for this chapter. We cut to what Momo. Well, first let's cover the cover sheet, right? Cover the cover sheet. Beautiful colored drawing by Oda. And we go to what Momo's doing, and I wanted to mention onto the translation. It seems like the spoiler manga that came out isn't as close as this one, or this one doesn't feel true to nature to some of the characters or what they're trying to say. But let's continue. Momo's pulling the island away. It seems like he's successful. In the spoiler translation, he wasn't, and here he was. I don't want to keep touching on that, right? This is the official translation. And it seems to be working, and he gets called. He hears something. He says someone's calling me, but who's calling him in the middle of the sky, in the middle of the ocean? I'm thinking it could be Luffy. If Luffy falling again off the island because he got knocked out again with his Conqueror's Haki, yelling through I don't know how he did it last time, right? He's just yelling unconsciously with Conqueror's Haki. Or it's Zunisha, right? Asking for something, yelling in pain, getting attacked, or fighting, right? The Marines. We get the aftermath of the giant bull attack, which I also want to touch on last chapter, right? Because I wasn't here for that one. I didn't cover that one. The awakening attacks the attacks from Law and Kid are massive. Kid and Law are holding their own versus Big Mom. This is huge, right? Even though it's a 2v1, they held their own. They're fighting Big Mom. Even Big Mom gives praise that, you know, they're tough. They have the potential. They have, like, they're dangerous. And also Zoro sees, I'm assuming, the Grim Reaper, right, to kill him. That's about to kill him, and we don't know what the heck's gonna happen. I think Marco's gonna come in and save him real quick, give him some super serum of, like, flames to fix him, and the Grim Reaper kind of disappears, and, like, Zoro is, like, that close to death. Because Chopper's, like, worried. He's really worried that he might actually just die after the healing potion wears off. So, I don't know. It looked like Brook, but I guess that's what every skeleton's kind of looks like. But, okay, let's continue with the chapter, right? That's just, like, fangirling over what happened last chapter with the emperors and everything. It's actually so impressive that Law and Kid are able to finally make, like, not finally, but, like, they're able to damage Big Mom. Big Mom's getting hurt throughout this whole fight. Big Mom spits out blood. And, you know, Law mentioned, well, this translation kind of threw me off because he says, Eustace, it's time for round 2. I don't know what round 2 means. In the spoiler translation, he said, you took my thunder again, or, like, you did it for the second time. And then it kind of follows with what he says, I'm not your opening act. So, kind of, like, the translation felt a little off there. But anyway, you know, in here, Kid says, you know, it's no time for that. It doesn't matter. We have to take her down and not let her get to the roof. It's impressive that Big Mom gets up, still broken. Like she says, I have broken bones. And they're being troublesome now. And she shows that her hand's broken. And it looks like she puts life and soul into her bones, so they come to life, because that's kind of where the speech bubbles are coming from. So the bones inside her are alive now, or homies. I don't know how that works, but she can always take it back, right? So they'll heal and then she takes it back, I would assume, right? And then while Law and Kid are discussing, well, Law first says, okay, no jokes, the next big attack I do, I'm literally out. I'm down. I'm out. Like, I know I said I was out in the first time, but I'm actually out after this time. And then kids just arguing with him, and Big Mom charges up Napoleon, Hera, and Prometheus into one supercharge attack again and slices the bull. And we get an awesome freaking scene where Kid jumps off and is going to strike Big Mom in midair. I love it. Kid's so badass right now. I'm liking this version of Kid that is bringing the thunder, bringing the good attacks. I'm surprised. I'm ecstatic for their awakenings. But what was I gonna mention? It's just Big Mom never mentioned awakening, but you can kind of assume like as a Yonko, as an emperor, she brought out the awakening inside in the midst of the this fight, right? She just never, you know, announced it. But like you just see the fire build out in Big Mom. Now the next time that Kid uses his assign attack, we actually see that he puts the north end, or what's it called? Wow, I should have researched this before, right? You can see the polars that he puts. He puts the north pole. I don't know how to call it. Whatever. I'm gonna call them poles because I literally blanked out. He puts north pole on her forehead, and he puts south magnetic pole or magnetic field on something else, the tower, right? And you see that she gets pulled towards the what's it called, the tower, because polar opposites attract in this case because magnetism. So he assigned both those polars onto the building, and then the bull starts charging. Well, it gets pulled towards her, and I'm guessing Kid makes it go faster. And Big Mom, resourceful, right? Or Big Mom ends up picking up the whole tower and flipping it so it covers the bull attack, and you just see Kid on the ground like dead, like he's just dying. He looks exhausted. This fight is pushing them to their limits, which is great. They're gonna blossom a bunch of conquer and armament hockey from this, right? And Big Mom just menacing, towering over Kid, ready to attack. Big Mom lets out an attack we've never seen, and I'm guessing this is her trump card. One of her strongest attacks in the translation is called 3000. Well, Mother's Visit Cannon. 3,000 leagues of misery, and the attack that comes out seems to be alive, so it just starts following the person, and just see Kid there like in the midst of the attack. And while Big Mom's distracted, Law uses tact and drops the whole tower on top of Big Mom. Awesome. You know, Big Mom's feeling these attacks. Big Mom's saying that Law is a problem with that awakening. Like every time Law uses that croom, you know, she takes some serious damage. So did Kaido. But Kaido didn't take like these two attacks that Big Mom took. And you see Law after Big Mom was distracted and gets hit with the building, you just see Law croom again one more time. He says, "This is my last attack," and jumps towards Big Mom, pierces her. Well, you know, pierces. It goes right through without pain. And you just see Kid looking at this happen. And I just know, and it's like, oh, either he's gonna finish her off or Kid's gonna interrupt again. Not interrupt, but he's gonna get the last blow. And I should really try to make a why this hurts like this, what Law actually does with this attack, and I'm sure there's a video out there and some theories on why it extends almost endlessly and deeper. The deeper and longer it goes, the more it hurts. I don't know. It's got to do something with the shaking, electricity. He tapped into something. I don't know, but he just keeps extending his sword, and Big Mom just starts armament hockey, panic smacking him to get him off, and Law is a champ. Law just holding there. He says, "I have to finish this move. I have to get it off." And Big Mom just panicking. They're telling Law to get off, that you're gonna die. And Law finally says, "Okay, it's done." Puncture Willie, and he does a devastating, like, Law has had some feats. He has cut mountain before. He has created a crater in this chapter. It's incredible. It's actually devastating. It looks like a huge crater, because even Momo looks down. He's like, where did that crater come from? And it went through everything in the mansion, all the way touching to the ground. Law did that really quickly while he was on top, getting hit by Big Mom. And right before Law's gonna get hit by, Big Mom's still okay. Big Mom lets out a giant pain gasp. Like, that hurt. And I know that hurt because the one before that, it wasn't as devastating. So this one hurt even more. And before Law gets hit by Misery, you see Kid see that he was gonna sees Law that he's doing his final attack and starts preparing his final trump card, because he mentioned, I have one final trump card at the end. And even Law's like, what is what is that supposed to be? It's a hippo, an elephant next, because he keeps summoning animals. But no, man, no, he summons and makes a giant cannon gun laser thing. And it's crazy that he had this up his sleeve. I didn't think he was gonna be able to create, you know, a laser. And this is his final big attack, and Big Mom just knows, like, I can't move, I can't do anything right now. I probably wasted, like, I can't heal up real quick. And she just says, you know, just give me everything you got. And Kid is like, I plan to, and blasts her with damn punk. And then that's the end of the chapter. It's a great fight between Kid, Law, and Big Mom. And I'm curious. I'm very, 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 very curious if this is the end of, like, the final, you know, Big Mom's defeated. People were saying, oh, she's gonna be an outback, she's gonna escape, she's gonna get out, whatever, etc. Is Big Mom defeated? They're saying your era is over. Is Big Mom gonna fall through the hole in the sky and just fall into the crater, or is she just gonna get up again and be like, okay, I'm gonna use all my life force and just heal up, become a ginormous monstrosity of anger and energy? I'm not sure. I'm very curious what's gonna happen next, because I don't want to say she's defeated, right? Nobody wants to say she's defeated. I didn't expect Law and Kid to defeat her in this, honestly. And then it was supposed to be Luffy that defeats her, right? Because he said, I'm gonna come back and defeat you. But what more can Big Mom do? We've seen everything she's done. It's up in the air, right? I want to see what happens already. No break this week. We've had a few breaks previously, but that's fine. You know, Oda, get your breaks in. Predictions for next chapter. Man, I hope we see what happens to Luffy. I mean, Zoro. Hope he heals. I'm very, 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 very curious, since we see all the commanders are defeated. Big Mom's ship and family's still here, right? Big Mom's crew is still here. We don't know what's gonna happen there. Maybe should they come in at the last minute and start, like, now the what's it called? Now the Straw Hat Pirates have to fight those people. They're not the best and they're not the commanders, but we have very hard hitters in there. But no, I don't think so. Never mind, because I'm thinking, but Sanji's out, Zoro's out. Who's gonna fight? Frankie could show up, actually, and he still seems fine. Maybe he blasts them away. Maybe they all get blasted away, actually, one more time. Just a gag of the chapters. The whole ship comes back, and then they just get blasted off again. Like Team Rocket. And I want to see what happens to Luffy. Luffy versus Kaido. Where are we with that? Are they still clashing? Are they still even? I need to see if Luffy gets Awakening. What's his trump card? What was he planning to do? They will all be answered eventually. And then Zunisha. What's the final devil fruit, the Gorosei we're talking about? There's so many more questions. We get one answered and we have 5 more pop up. Alright, but that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the chapter review. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.